what the Holy Spirit said at that moment was incapable.
Wow.
She was incapable of doing it any differently. And that helped me so much because, yeah, if it's a little baby and they mess their diaper, you're not going to get angry with them because they're incapable of using a toilet. And it's a terrible analogy, but I feel it's Holy Spirit that people try to give us their, poop in different ways.
Yeah.
They want to hand it off, they want to purge it, and they want you to receive it. And we really, it takes a while. It took me many decades to learn because of the spirit of rejection was so on me. I expected, because of all those experiences and more beyond parenthood, bullying, I just developed this real sense of expectation of rejection.
Wow.
And that took a lot to learn how to stop expecting people to not like me. That it was just like, yeah. So that conditioning is heavy duty. And I understand are you a clinical counselor, Maggie,
No,
or
I'm a biblical counselor, certified biblical counselor. I have a
yeah.
secular master's degree, but I never got licensed. The Lord wouldn't allow me to, because I do believe that freedom comes a lot with renouncing and repenting and cleansing the inner man. And so I never wanted to be in a situation where a client was sitting in my office and they're telling me some god awful thing, like they're into bestiality or something, and I'm going to say that's sin, that's not healthy, and all of these things, and then get backlash from the world. So I think the Lord was protecting me, and so I practiced for about 20 years, primarily, mostly with marriage counseling, and then some with the younger generation, and obviously women, because we all need that. But like you, my mother was, she wasn't, there wasn't the physical abuse, but there was the emotional abandonment in a sense, because of growing up the baby of 9 kids. And there's just a lot there. And so I love that the Lord said to you, we have to release people. We have to get our freedom and walk in forgiveness, because the reality is that they're doing the best they can with what they have, and they are a product of the things that they have gone through. And so what a beautiful story, and thank you for sharing that about your mother and forgiving her that way, because it is truth. I mean, it's liberating. I remember when I got a revelation of God's love for us and how much he desires for us to let go of stuff for our own freedom and benefit. So it's beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, 100%. It took me a couple of years to do it.
Yeah, sure.
And it was just, keep putting it at the foot of the cross. Like,
Amen.
you want to take it back on, and we get tempted to get into offense again, or something else happens in present time where we become offended. So it's really, becoming whole is,
Mm.
it's a spiritual game. More than a game, it's a very serious game of warfare. And it took me a long time to learn how to pray.